We have the Masters of the Universe Origins Whiplash here, ready to crack open. But not too fast or you'll get whiplash. Isn't that funny? No special characters on the back, just Fisto and Battle Armor He-Man. No crazy tease there. There you can kind of see same weapon as King Randor with this whiplash. So not an exclusive royal scepter for King Randor. Even Whiplash has that same weapon. And to get these in any kind of timely manner to do a video, I'm having to get the kind of international release, not the United States release where I live. So we have the comic, and of course the international ones have no dialogue, just infer whatever. We got Digitino joining the heroes here as a bit of an attack on Eternia in some Rotons. Whiplash and inexplicably different colored Trapjaw move in. Randor thinking. We get a little hint of the Snake Men coming out. Of course we have the spear, supposed to be kind of a bladed tip, but just kind of ends up being real awkwardly shaped and a little scary. But again, that contrasting color with a very green Whiplash, which looks great. I mean, he looks... The light shade of green is like this sickly, awesome, vivid green. We got a little orangey belt. Now he has just a molded chest, it would seem, because he has this backpack kind of piece. They always come with a little insert that's pretty, usually with just obvious bits, but here nothing about the backpack really being removable, just that the tail piece will connect. So he just kind of has this backpack piece. I think if you look close enough, it's definitely just glued on. So that's not going to be a removable bit. You're just going to have to add the tail. We'll snap that, and then that doesn't really move other than a rotate a little bit. But even then, there's not much space for it to be moving. And it does kind of have an unfinished bottom for the most part with the information on it, like the year 2022. So not the greatest feature or anything for a character. Definitely just has his big tail, and he can kind of swipe at it. But again, these are going to lack that kind of twist feature of the original figures, because these are just kind of the modular that they can kind of come apart, snap back together. That's the feature here. Nothing about getting any kind of tail whip movement for Whiplash. And again, not super exact to the Filmation cartoon, just looking like the original toy release. Pretty classic monster looking dude. A redo of an 80s action figure. Just one open hand in the right for the spear. She does look pretty cool with, but not a second open hand where you can kind of do a two-handed thing with a spear. You can kind of get it on there a little bit just for visual. But otherwise he was in the cartoon, so he kind of fits my collection, kind of covering the original toy line and the cartoon appearances instead of just figures that appeared as figures only in that original line. Whiplash makes the cut. He has just a terrible voice in the cartoon though.
I need to blow my nose, apparently.
What does that got to do with having a large tail? I didn't quite get that one. Wish there was more of like a snapping kind of feature for this. I assume it comes out just easy enough. It doesn't lock into place too crazily. Probably best this isn't removable because it'd probably just fall out all the time every time you made him do a little tail swipe if you were playing around with it. Still a good representation of just another villain. It's always good to have more villains than heroes, especially with something where pretty much everybody just wants He-Man. Plenty of villains to face off with him. So I've been opening all my Masters Universe Origins figures since I never got to have the original figures back in the day. You can see the full playlist with every single one I've opened up, including some vehicles. And that's where all future ones will be too. Be sure to give Whiplash a like. We can maybe blow his nose. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have a tail too.